What is up, guys? Joe here, back with another video. Today is Thursday, August 19, 2021, and Microsoft stock is trending. Microsoft just hit all-time highs today. So we're going to take a look at a couple of headlines and do some technical analysis. Let's begin. So beyond having a healthy balance sheet, the major headline today for Microsoft was Microsoft raising prices on its popular suite of business apps. If we jump over to FinViz, here are a few of the headlines. Microsoft gains as Office 365 gets its first big price hike in 10 years. Microsoft to raise prices as much as 20% for some flagship products. So this is a positive catalyst for Microsoft because that means increased prices would increase their overall revenue moving forward, and that in turn will continue to bring the stock price higher. Microsoft did report earnings on July 27th and beat analyst estimates on both the top and bottom line. Jumping back into FinViz, we do see a lot of price hikes on Microsoft stock by a few banks and analyst companies. So a lot of them here are giving new targets ranging from $315 up to $360. So here we see a target of $360, $315, $325, $349, $310, $305, $325, $345. So we do have a large runway heading towards this price target. I do believe we'll get there, but not in a solid straight line up. We will encounter volatility along the way. So if we look at the weekly chart on Microsoft, we do see that Microsoft has been trading in this channel. This upper line here would be your resistance, and as you can see, resistance is approaching around the $300 to the $302 mark, and the support is depicted by this horizontal line. So as you can see, Microsoft is trading around this range. It is range bound and it is respecting this channel. So as soon as it hits resistance, it comes lower, finds support, hits resistance up here again, comes lower, finds support. So again, we are hitting resistance up here. So I do expect Microsoft to reject up here at resistance and potentially trade lower for a few days before heading higher. So if we jump over to TradingView, we can draw the lines the same way. Here's your support, your trend line. Here's your resistance. So as you can see, respecting the channel, it is topping out, finding resistance around the 302 mark. We can also draw some Fibonacci ratios to predict what zones Microsoft is trading at. So we'll just go ahead and zoom out here, find the lowest point of the chart and annotate the highest point after that. We'll grab our fib retracement tool. First anchor would be at the lowest point. Drag this out and find the highest point. Great, and as you can see, Microsoft has been trading around this 78% to 100% Fibonacci zone. If it can break above the 300 to 302 level, then I fully expect Microsoft to continue higher. But if we do get rejected here at this 300 level, I do expect Microsoft to trade lower. So support here would be roughly the $262 mark as support on the lower end. But if we push higher, our next Fibonacci extension would be the $343 mark. I do think we will get there eventually, not yet. We are at market all-time highs. We have been trading at all-time highs for weeks. So I do expect a correction anytime soon. So if you're day trading this name, be very careful because we can expect a correction any day now. You have to tread lightly. So if you look at the 5-minute chart, we can view some pivot points regarding potential resistance for Microsoft stock. So we go ahead and zoom in here and we're going to go ahead and enable pivot points. And if you don't know what pivot points is, a pivot point itself is simply the average of the intraday high and low and the closing price from the previous trading day. On the subsequent day, trading above the pivot point is thought to indicate an ongoing bullish sentiment, while trading below the pivot point indicates a bearish sentiment. So again, looking at the 5-minute chart, we did approach resistance annotated by this R2 horizontal bar here. We did find resistance today roughly at the 296 mark. We touched it early in the morning, we got rejected. Then we shot up higher above resistance and we closed roughly around the R2 mark resistance. So moving forward, we can extend these resistance points to the next level. Enable this and enable this. So for the following week, I do expect Microsoft to be range bound. Our next resistance level would be roughly 298. And beyond that, our next resistance would be roughly $300. And remember, $300 is a psychological number. So I do expect traders to take profit once we reach that level up here. I do expect this to be range bound. And the $300 level would be our next level of resistance. So this is where you would want to take profits. Again, we are at all-time highs, so we are bound for a correction anytime soon. So you want to trade vigilantly and trade carefully. Make your money and get out. And don't forget, the RSI is touching the 70-point mark here. We are crossing above overbought conditions. So remember, every time we touch overbought conditions, the stock price is going to want to head lower after that. So you are paying a premium for the stock price. And lastly, we can draw a support bar here to indicate what some of your support levels would be. So I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.